Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Civilization 6, coming at you with a brand new First Look series. And today we look at Ambiorix of the Gallic Empire, the Gauls, if you will. And we're playing on, testing out for the very first time, the Highlands map, which is apparently going to be quite roomy and quite hilly and hopefully quite enjoyable. So I found this start. It took me a few tries. I was getting a lot of rolls in the tundra for some reason. And I was also getting some desert rolls. But eventually we found ourselves a pretty decent roll right here. And with it comes a fair amount of production. We have some pretty serious food options to the north, which hopefully will pan out for us. We're going to have a nice culture tile, which we'll be able to mine for even more culture. And maybe a little bit of flat land for a city down here. Maybe get a tandem going. Now, there's a lot of things to keep in mind when you're like, it's going to be really weird to play with these guys. Let's right out of the gate. Not being able to put districts next to your city center is going to be mind-blowing. And the fact that districts are not going to get adjacencies for other districts is also going to be very weird. Because when you played 33 or 3,400 hours or however many hours I've played of this game, it becomes pretty natural. You could just take a snapshot of a piece of land, like 10 tiles by 10 tiles or whatever. And I can instantly close my eyes and start thinking, okay, a city there. And it just becomes natural just to be like, okay, I'm going to put this guy over here. There's going to be a commercial hub. I'm going to go up there, get the government plaza, and then the commercial hub will be next to that as well. And then the campus will be over here by this mountain, and then it'll be go like this. And then theater square with a wonder beside it. And you can just start to do all that. And that all goes out the window instantaneously by the insanity that is the district placing of Ambiorix. Let's take a look at what he does and how he does it. And then we'll get going on the game. Considering him your Cap Christopher Lambert. Oh, so just gotcha. King of the Eberons, probably. Yeah, King of the Eberons. Your civilization gains culture equal to 20% of the unit cost when a non-civilization is trained. Very interesting ability. Something that's going to be something... I have to figure out how to balance that. Because getting culture for producing units means you're going to want to build an army. Building an army, you're going to need gold. So you got to start figuring the balance, like getting that raw culture just spamming out. And do you have somebody to go fight? Are you building this army just for the sake of getting 20% culture? Like, figuring out the balance on this is going to be an interesting little ability. Melee, anti-cavalry, and ranged units receive +2 combat strength for every adjacent combat unit. So again, non-cavalry, essentially, non-cavalry type units are going to get combat strength for adjacent combat units. So if you keep a really big group of units all together in a tight group, they're all going to get +4, +6, or more, potentially, I guess, as much as +10 if you're hitting a guy and there's guys completely surrounded by everybody else. So that's going to be, or I guess a ranged unit could potentially, if it goes 2 tiles, could potentially get 12. So you're going to want to have lots of units, but paying for them is going to be an issue as well. So that's an interesting ability. Maybe we'll have somebody near us that we can go fight. Who knows? Like I said, on this map, there's a lot of space, so there's a chance that there won't be anybody near us. So I don't know. Halstat culture. Mines provide a minor adjacency bonus for all districts. A culture bomb of unowned territory and receive 1 culture. That is crazy. There's so much to get. First of all, the culture on mines is going to be fantastic, obviously. Trying to get my mind around mines giving minor adjacencies is going to be weird. This is going to be weird. And the culture bomb's fantastic. That's going to be a lot of gold savings right there. Being able to just build mines and get free tiles everywhere. It's going to be really, really nice. Specialty districts do not receive a minor adjacency for being adjacent to another district. and these districts cannot be built. It's going to be bananas. I'm still trying to figure out how it is I'm going to figure this out. It's going to be weird. We're going to have fun with it. We'll try and figure it out. Let's keep moving. The gassete unit. The Gallic unique ancient era unit that replaces the warrior. This unit has increased cost and receives plus 10 combat strength when fighting units with a higher base combat strength and plus 5 combat strength versus district defenses. So a very interesting and unique unit right there. Getting some adjacent units next to it and then getting plus 10 combat strength when fighting units with higher base combat. It's going to be an interesting unit for sure. I'm really looking forward to seeing how those go. Maybe we won't even have anybody around to fight with them, but we'll see what we can find. And the higher cost is interesting as well. Increased cost. And then finally, ooh, baby, a half price industrial zone. The opidum. Opidum? Opidum. Op. Yep, I'm going to say opidum. A district unique to Gaul that is cheaper, of course, half price. And available the district it replaces, available earlier than the district replaces, which is the industrial zone. The opidum district is defensible and ranged attack with a ranged attack. So very interesting as well. You build this up, and it's going to provide a ranged attack. So, for instance, early defense against barbarians, maybe. When the first opidum is constructed, the apprentice technology is unlocked. Also, very, very cool. And then these guys get plus 2 production bonus if adjacent to a quarry improvement or strategic resource. So really, really strong adjacency bonuses here if you can find quarries and strategic resources. So there you go. Yes. So Victory take people's Diplo. Negative. Practice on city states. Did we find out the Byzantine game how it works? Oh, I don't know, Kencho. That'd be a question for Borderline. I don't know. So here we go. Anyway, sorry, I was reading chat. I'm gonna ignore chat and play the game now. They just got all my time for the last 35 minutes. It's your turn now, YouTube. Okay. So really good tiles. Lots of hills and stuff out to the side here. There's lots of food up here to the north. There's going to be a major triangle going on there. We're gonna have to decide, right? So where do you want to settle? When we settle here, keep the culture. We could step on this hill, keep the chop. You could step to the wheat and keep the 2-2 tiles, but you're stepping towards desert. Or you could just settle in place, get the 2-2 city center. You lose the jungle, but why the heck not? We'll start with a 2-2 culture, like I said. Then you got your 3-2 over here. And yeah, we'll have to figure out maybe city down here. It's going to be very weird getting some districting going on when you go. The one thing you're probably going to have to do with these guys is put your cities further apart. Because having the districts, having your first ring not allowed to have districts, you're going to want that first ring to be really strong tiles. You're going to want lots of hills for mines, think of adjacencies to the second ring, but also you're going to want the resources and stuff in there because they're not, and a lot of times the resources can get in your way of districting, but in this case, you're going to want them, excuse me, you're going to want them to be there in that first ring. So anyway, I'm going to settle in place and we're going to be all happy about it. So, let's step out here. So we got some mountains out here. So potentially a campus maybe on those mountains. And then we can't mine. So we can make a +3 campus with a couple mines. Mine, and then 2 mountains. It'd be +3. Not bad. Decent little elephant tile there. Unfortunately, there's no... unless it's... Oh, it is rainforest. I was going to say, it doesn't look like there's anything on it, but it's got a 2-3, so I'm like, it must have rainforest on it. It literally does not look like it has any rainforest on it. Scott, I'm not sure even, but archers aren't included. Oh, you mean the +2 combat strength? They're not. Oh, for every adjacent combat unit. Oh, okay. So you're saying that even though the ranged units get the +2 combat strength, they don't get. Sorry, the ranged units don't give combat bonus, is what you're saying. You sure about that? It's kind of a weird way to set up the So we're gonna go scout. We might go scout. I really want to be making sure we're working the culture. I wouldn't necessarily say that you bring light in. I'm not sure what makes you think that you bring light in. I'm not sure what the motive is behind why you think that. Certainly a mine to mine the amber. So, tons of hills, as you would imagine, in our Highlands map. We're working the culture, praying to find. Look at all the hills. I mean, you just got to get used to it, right? The fact that we're just gonna have hills everywhere. Planning out districts is going to be bananas. So we have a stone here, so that would be a quarry that you could put adjacent to. Now, do we have strategic resources? Is going to be a thing, but there's not. Maybe there's a strategic resource here. Okay. So this river right here between these mountains is unsettleable, which means we're going to need more fresh water out here somewhere, or an aqueduct of some sort. I never am really looking to build the Panama Canal you bring late in. It's never anything that enters my mind, to be honest. I know people love themselves some canals, but it doesn't make any sense to me. So we're gonna have to run God King, and I guess we'll go unit experience for now until we run into barbs. It's always nice to get some, especially with all the hills around. We're gonna want to get the bonus there to getting over the hills like that. So what do you think? Head north, maybe cross the river and head out into the desert. And I think I'm gonna go scout again, and then we can go into the settler. Now, civics wise, we'll just get started on one or the other. Not really too big of a deal. Just gonna take a look in here. Don't want to venture too far off, of course. So those tiles look like cheating. I didn't change. It's just a Highlands map. That's all it is a Highlands map. If it's cheating, then blame Fire Axis, because they made the map. There's a goodie hut right there. We're going to pray to the RNGs to get ourselves a builder. That would be amazing. We would mine that, and farm that. It would be so nice. Yeah, not much of a pyramids, but we could build the desert, and we could put some districts in here as well, depending on how things go. Boost to sailing. Boo. It's getting pretty hilly. Potentially like a Petra. you could chop out a Petra. You settle this. You settle here. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. But you settle here, you get a lot of hills still. So you get 7 hills, and then you could buy this tile, chop it into the Petra, mine it, get these 2 tiles for free. Chop, chop. Petra's built. So we have ourselves, yeah, that plus 10 combat strength. I was just gonna say this guy has a higher base strength, so this is gonna be another. So it's 40 right out of the gate. We don't even need. That's awesome. We don't even need the other card on there. Maybe take a look around. Holy shnikes. Take a look around this desert. I find there tends to be goody huts in deserts. I don't know. But I'm just going to take a look around. Maybe do it here and go like this. Try to learn our area before I run off with that scout, you know? Another scout coming here in 1 turn. Got the coast here. So these mountains and the coast might cut me off. Does that look like water to you? I think it does. So might not be able to get into this. Might be a small area down in here. But also building the units. So I'm gonna get a culture boost from this, right? Yeah, that's crazy. This scout, I just went from 10 or 12 turns left to 8. That just cut 3 turns off of that. Because I was gonna say, I thought that I got the when the scout popped out, I was like, I'm pretty sure that finished Code of Laws a turn or 2 earlier, because I thought it was supposed to be 8 or 9 and it finished in 6. That is pretty sweet stuff. I feel like this is going to be this is a coast. I'm not going to bother wasting my time walking down here. I'm going to head this way and go like this and up around here, and let this guy just do this. Like that. That will be a promotion right there. Excellent. Yes, there's a gypsum right there. Yeah, so you could put your you could even put it there on the flat piece of land if you wanted to. Although there wouldn't be as many mines around it, I guess. I don't know. It's a thought. So we're going to jump into a settler. We are working a 3-2 and the 2-2 with culture. Really hoping for a builder in there now. It's the value of a builder as Gaul is incredible. 42. Look at that. Just 2-shot in a spearman. That's sick. Yeah, there's a lot of oases there. Yeah, there's a lot of oases there. It's kind of funny. You don't usually see that many so close together. All right, research. Mining is complete. Let's jump into animal husbandry because we have the elephant. We're going to want to get to this, though, as well. So, yeah, we'll just go through that like that. Didn't quite 2-shot it. Didn't quite 2-shot it. All right, we're across this river. So look at this. It's just like a thin little, very bizarre looking thing there. Gonna pop up on this hill. I mean, I'll take a free recon unit, but I guess maybe I will search this out just so I've seen it. Since we got him. A builder would have been much, much more. Yes. It's a particularly, that's basically just a wide river at that point. Certainly travel on rivers is one thing that that I'd love to see, I think. Well, I mean, there's lots of ideas, I suppose, but I feel like traveling up rivers, or like even like traders that can travel on rivers, or civilian units that can travel on rivers, would be a cool idea for Civ 7. So we're going to take movement on hills, because it just, imagine there's going to be tons of hills, obviously. Let's want to head up this way and through here. Let's cross over here. So there's some tiles here. It looks like the water comes to there, so I'll just maybe step on the banana and see where we're at. But it looks like we'll get a city down here. 1, 2, 3. You have to settle the banana for fresh water. Do we care about the fresh water? I guess we do, but I'm just trying to think. Oh yeah, especially since there's no place to put farms and stuff. Yeah, I pretty much have to do that. Rip the dream. Oh yes, they give the free culture, yeah. There's the boost to military tradition. Not seeing a lot of fresh water right now. Mexican, thank you very much for the follow. I don't know why the notification didn't go off. Don't know. It feels like Dark Age is going to be definitely tricky. I was just thinking, I was kind of pontificating about the possibilities of a Dark Age early, but obviously starting with your unique unit is going to get pretty tough. But an early Golden Age here without faith production it doesn't feel particularly strong. So heroic feels, you know what I mean? It just feels better to potentially grab a heroic, but what are you gonna do when you live in a shoe? Candy, and it's a first meet. Hello, Candy. So it gives you an idea. 14 turns in, met somebody that far away, and it was a first meet. Gives you an idea of the space you're gonna have. Fuzzy or Fozzie with double O. Fozzie, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Good to have you here. So like, again, it's just super narrow waterway here. You got to settle the banana, I suppose. Whether or not it's city number 2, I don't know. Probably the best option, since we can't settle this river, and I don't want to settle a Petra city as my number 2 city. We could come over here. You could potentially settle this for fresh water. Be a really good campus here. Mines into chops. Not a bad city. It's a little bit farther away. But I don't mind it. It's probably a city. It feels like this is a city. You missed 2 up there, but everything else you get. Oh yeah, you can't put you can't put districts next to the city center, so if you settle there, you can't put the campus there. Oh my god, that's a good point. Oh my lord. See, I told you. So when I started the video, and chat couldn't wait to jump on me the moment I said it. They're just like, sucker! You think you're so good? You can't do that, streamer. They loved it. Chat's just salivating at the mouth at the mistake of the streamer right now. No, they're right though. So instantly, what do you do, right? Like, he's settling Grasslands Hills is absolutely the worst. Do you want to pass up a +4 campus though? And actually, if this is a hill, it'd be a +5 campus because you could do the 2 mines. It might be one of those instances where you settle a Grasslands Hill, or you could just, I guess, settle here and just make it further out. I guess you could just settle that, but you'd be stealing a desert hill from that guy. Oh, they're calling this. Yeah, like what? I'm not sure what the significance of that is, Isengard. Wow, that is pretty nice looking right there. Okay, 6 turns on our settler, 2 turns on growth. Interesting. It's a Swiss lake. Well, there you go. All right, next turn. I think I'm going to send this guy this way, and we can maybe have him work this. Do not want this warrior going much further, to be honest with you. Is that fresh water there? Yep. So, city there, potentially. Mind that. Maybe an aqueduct city in the middle somewhere, because there's no, unless there's fresh water in here, but I don't see it. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Yeah, I know. Mexican desert, yeah. Okay, so we got some tundra up there. Keep on moving. Injured barbarian. A couple little lakes over here next to Candy. How much gold we got? Not a lot. 200, yeah. Well, I mean, it's a possibility I could Suzerain them. Obviously, they were first meet, so yeah. Send a trade route. There's no way that's more than 15 tiles, right? So yeah, there's not gonna be a trade route right now. Is it actually no? Maybe it's not more than 15 tiles. Yeah. Also on this map, I mean, I might look around for the next 60 or 80 turns and not find a natural wonder because there's so much land. So I will I can assure you I will not be spending envoys on that coin flip.
I am fond of pigs.
But some free ones might work. Some free ones might work. There's another goody hut. You gotta be kidding me. Give me a builder. Give me a builder, please. Well, there'll be a spot for a district here, and there'll be spots for districts in here. It's not great, but where would you put the city? What else are you gonna do? You're gonna put it on the coast and have no housing and no place to put farms, and literally just have a city with 3 or 4 housing for how many turns? I actually, and when I put the tag there, I actually mentioned I have the option of putting. I actually mentioned that I had that whole discussion already, and it's simply putting it here. Certainly, then you get to work the 3-2 with gold, but there's no housing. Where am I going to get housing from? This is coastal. This is not fresh water. This is not considered a lake. Brussels, but not a first meet. Oh boy. Not a great city. This obviously can't be settled. This isn't a bad option. Well, this is, but yeah. There's no fresh water down here. You just certainly don't want your second city to be an aqueduct city. It would be typical to get early suzerain of candy and not get a natural wonder for 100 turns. Yeah, especially on a map this big. Only Highlands map with actual coastal settles. Yeah. This happened even on the Lakes map when I was playing the Lakes map with Korea for a Wonder Start a couple weeks ago. It had lakes that were they weren't oceans, and they were just too big for the game to call them a lake. It actually happened quite frequently. There was about 6 or 8 larger lakes that were considered like an inland sea of some sort, simply because it just was too big. There's stuff like this all over the lakes map. So I don't know what you do here. There's a really good city up here, but so far away. There's no fresh water in here. You could come settle this. There's a 2-3 tile here. Potentially a pretty good campus there. Hemlock! Good to see you all.
Good to see all of you, and Norm with his genius normal heart normal nom.
Normal nom. Hemlock, thank you very much, buddy, for the 3 months coming back with the tier 3. Insane, buddy. Insane tier 3 sub. Appreciate it. So that's a potential city. How far away is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I don't know what else you do. Like this city is fine. Like it's gonna have a 2-2 tile. You mine this stuff up. Like it's gonna be a productive city, but districting is gonna be pretty minimal. You could do a campus here, but it's a +2. If you ever did the government plaza, you could do shoot. If you put the city here, you lose that. I'm just trying to think of how to get a couple commercial hubs. You could put the government plaza here with a couple commercial hubs, but I'd have to settle there. That is tricky business. I would most likely see districting. Oh my gosh. Like commercial hub out here for this city with some mines around it. Oh man, districting, and this is gonna be such weird districting stuff. I don't know what city to build, guys. Oof, this is crazy. 8 turns on the warrior. the special warrior. I'll grab a slinger, I think. I don't know. Like the opposite of Antichrist. Yeah, I'm really trying to get my head around what to do. I feel like I want to settle this city simply because I got no other close options. This is the other potential one. There's a deer tile. I don't know. There's no 2/2 tiles in the first ring here, so you'd be buying out. I don't have the kind of gold to be buying tiles right now. So you'd literally be working a tile that's not like, you know. At least this city, whether it's here or here, is going to have good tiles to work. If I build it here, I can go. I can't build the campus there anymore, but I could build the campus over here. Or like along here somewhere. But if you build the campus there, put 2 mines there, then it's a +3 campus, right? But then, like, where does this city's commercial hub go? I guess you could put the commercial hub out here. Yes, but I won't have a builder. If I send this settler down here and settle the city, I'm not going to have a builder down there. I'm talking about when I settle the city, it will not be working at 2/2, is what I'm referring to. Not that, like, I mean, you put a builder down here, sure. 2/2 with culture right out of the gate, right? No problem. And then you're gobbling up 2/2 tiles all over the place. But I'm talking about like when you settle a city, your first, you don't want your second city that you're settling sometime in the first 20 turns or so to be garbage. Yes, but I don't have the gold. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I don't have the gold. I still don't have a builder. I'm praying to get to 200 gold just to buy a builder. When am I going to get the gold to buy tiles right now? I'm talking about in the next 10 turns. Brussels also wants a trade route. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Two better than 2/2. Oh man. Yeah, this would become a 2/2 because of the mine. You're right. This becomes a 2/2, not a 2/2. You're right. A 2/2 with 2 culture. But again, you gotta have a builder. Yeah, I have 2 envoys that I've gotten from Goody Huts. I could suzerain Candy and sit around for the next 100 turns hoping to find a wonder. Or hoping that somebody doesn't come along and put 3 envoys in there themselves and take it away from me. And then it's like, okay, well, I got sunk cost. Do I put more envoys in it? Yeah, this is my first game with these guys. Yeah, oh, hello there. I have, like, I'll get his promotion then. I have yet to play these guys until today. Interesting. So it's a +3 with, so it's a +4 there actually, right away. It is an immediate +4 if you keep. Then that way you have to keep the jungle and you want to be able to chop and mine them. So if there was a banana on this, it might be a different story or some sort of luxury. Don't have many luxuries though. Holy cow! So we have the 1 amber here. We have the gypsum up there. We have the elephant here. Down here we have an amber and an elephant. And then that's like basically it. Where are all the luxuries? There's a dye up here in the tundra. Like, wow. You're right, the mines would keep it +4. Yeah, you chop. It's just, this isn't a hill, so you would be a mine here and mine here. Yeah, and we're all on the same continent. Yeah, this is all the same continent. What? Oh, sorry. What? Oh. Wow. Frustrating map, really. Brazil. They are right there. That's their capital. No less. Antanananananarivo. Can I buy a builder yet? No, I cannot. Well, alrighty then. What does Antananarivo want? They want, oops, the Eureka for the wheel. Grab that culture. Yeah, he's annoying. He is a bit annoying for that. Absolutely, the fact that he's always bitching that you've got when you get great people, he's like, "Oh, these are my great people. Stop it." I can't decide where I want to put this city. I'll be honest with you. I mean, depending on where a city goes in here somewhere, like there's gonna be some sort of aqueduct city, I guess, here. I mean, there's plenty of hills for mines. A city here could still put their campus there and have mines, 2 mines on it for a +3. If I put it there, or if I put it here, not. So I feel like if I put it there, it's better. Because that way I can use commercial hub like around this horn right here, commercial hubs on a government plaza for gold. So I feel like this is the settle. Even though I absolutely hate settling a Grasslands Hill. It brings the campus in here. Shoot. Maybe that's a mistake. No, I like the commercial hub. I could put the commercial here, but the commercial hub there on the government plaza is better. Yeah, it just gives me the absolute heebie-jeebies to settle on a Grasslands Hill when it's avoidable. Yeah, no, I'm aware, Antichrist, yeah. Which is fine by me, because I don't like building them anyway. Although I'm going to that's the reason why I said aqueduct sitting here is not because I want to build an aqueduct, just because there is no fresh water anywhere for like 8 or 9 tiles in every direction. So short of leaving this land completely unsettled, I don't have any other option. Ugh. Well, there's our builder. There's our builder. All right, I'm going to call it there. That's the end of episode 1. Weird map. Wicked Petra potential. I mean, you're going to always have good tiles on a Highlands map, so you can't get too hyped about that. Very few luxuries. Interesting first meets. Trying to explore. Really unusual map. Say a reef right there for potential campuses out in there. Anyway, it is what it is. We're going to try and do our best to sort out some districting, and when we come back, we'll show you what we've come up with. Thank you very much for being here. Twitch, don't go anywhere. This is for YouTube. You guys are the best, along with Twitch, of course. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.